Today, I'm trying punch needle embroidery again. Some assembly required. It has been a year and a half since my maker crate with the punch needle embroidery pillow disaster unfolded. Here's what I made. It turned out fine, I guess, but it was not satisfying. Not fun to make. Something about it, the yarn kept slipping out of the needle. It drove me a little bit crazy. And I promised myself I would try again. It's been a year and a half, but here I am finally trying again. I actually bought myself all the things that I would need to make another, maybe not a pillow, but a canvas, some kind of art with punch needle right after this. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was just not pretty, and I couldn't take it. But then I found this kit where this is not the pretty side, but the inside. I don't know if I can show you the inside of this. I can, but it's not very pretty. But the photos looked really cool, so maybe they're onto something. Maybe this is the problem. I don't think it is, but we'll find out. So here is the kit that I purchased with the hopes that maybe somehow this would work out better than the last one. I don't want to judge it, but I'm not sure that it's super duper high quality. And the very first thing that I saw is that this is basically the same needle that I had so much trouble with before because it kept on slipping out of the little notches. Maybe it's different. Let's open. All right, so we've got our punch needle, which is adjustable. It's the same as before. It's got A, B, C, and D for different lengths. And it has a little wire so you can pull the yarn through. I've got a yarn needle and a little yarn needle threader, presumably to tidy things up at the end. I have a plastic embroidery hoop, which is not quite as pretty as the wood ones, but it's fine. It'll do. And then the yarn. We have an ivory, a sort of tannish, very little bit of mustard, pink, and a dark green. Okay, we have a simple pattern. You can see it, yay. So mountains and a little sunshine. I thought simple would be great to start out. And then we have a set of instructions. Starting with step 1, hold the punch needle on its grip. So this is going to be great. Let me quickly read these and let me tell you if I learn anything. Right back. Well, yikes. I feel like if I hadn't even tried this before, I'm not sure these instructions would be doing anything for me. Even though I have tried it before, I'm not 100% sure these instructions are doing anything for me. One thing that I noticed they did not include in this kit is a picture of what it's supposed to look like. I mean, yes, we have the outlines, which is helpful, but I couldn't remember where all the colors are supposed to go, and clearly, since they're different sizes, they have a plan, because, you know, that's not going to fill in the background. So I've pulled up a picture on my telephone of my Amazon order. So at least that will give me something to look at. I guess we'll start by trying to fit this guy in here, because I can handle that. That'll be a win. Is there a prettier side? Yeah, that's the prettier side. You stay here, instructions, for whatever it's worth. Gotta open it way up. See, it's got a little indent here, and then it fits right in, which makes it harder to get off, but I guess that's good in the long run. So we'll stretch our image here. And try to pull it nice and tight. All right, we don't want any of this. So we'll pull it, pull it, pull it. That's not even. Come on now. Okay, come on. No. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not intended for embroidering. To be fair, we're not going to see any of this stuff after we're finished, although, yes, all of that we'll see. Okay. Here's another problem. I'm gonna find a lot of those. This isn't very tall, so I'm gonna try to find a box to sit it on so that when I punch through, it's not hitting my tape. So, let me take care of that small problem. I don't know what I'm gonna use. I'll be right back. A little Tupperware, and then I can just kind of balance it on top. We may decide that this doesn't work at all, but maybe. Now, before we get into any of the fun, we need to thread our needle. The instructions say, adjust the length of the punch needle to the D. So that's the, okay, that's the shortest. D. It's fine. And then we'll start with the sun, I guess. Try a small area and just see how it goes. It'll be great. It's gonna work out just fine. Just fine. Nothing to worry about. So, you need to put the little wiry thing from the needle end. There you go. And grab the yarn at the top. And may have overdone that. Pull it through. Then you need to get it through that little hole from the side, the front to the back. Front, yes. That side's the front, the straight side is the back. Now we need to pull the whole thing through, yes, whole thing. And we get, and adjust it so it's not super ridiculously long, I guess. Doesn't really say, oh, make sure you hold it before you start. It's probably not a bad idea, the first one. What's next? Threading is complete, cool. Stick it all the way in so it touches the fabric. Somehow do it evenly. Cool. It does say tips for an extra clean look. So I will be trying to do these things. It's important to be gentle because if you tug backward on the floss, all your stitches will unravel. Avoid that. Start with the outline first. Okay, we'll try that. And then fill in the main elements from the inside out. Why not the outside in? Because you're already on the outside. Pull the needle out and along the surface about 0.13 inches, not to worry, 0.32 centimeters to punch again. I don't know how long that is. I mean, I know it's 3 millimeters, but I can't picture that. Okay, for an extra clean look, punch the stitches in your row so they line up with the middle of the stitches in the previous row. So I think that means kind of like, is that subway tiles? I don't know, like shingle them, like here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So they're not even with each other. Might get hard when you're making them smaller. We'll try. And pull the needle punch out very carefully on your last stitch so that you don't accidentally unravel your hard work. Yes, I don't want to unravel my hard work. For sure not. Okay. Now, it does not say what to do with your ends. It doesn't say something when you switch colors. So everything else is just going to be guesswork. My favorite. I've got a ruler and I don't think it's going to help me. So 3 millimeters is not large. It's like from one hole to not really even the next. I'm going to wing it. Okay. So, according to the instructions, and not at all what I remember, because I don't remember, you are going to punch in and then move that way. So your pointy side is at the back of your stitch, kind of. So I'll try to do the border here. So I'll punch it in. And then come just a tiny bit out. Not too much. And then I'll try to figure out 3 millimeters is maybe here. Maybe it's less than here. No idea. Punch it in. Okay. That wasn't good. Sure what happened to that one. Ugh. Uh-oh. We're at a corner. How about there, I guess? Yeah. I'm not convinced that this is the stitch amount that they want, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Uh-oh, now what? Okay. Now I'm back to the beginning. Do I go here, maybe? Sure. Ah. Great. Now, not taking this out so I don't peel out all of my stitches. That's not bad. I think that's kind of okay. So maybe I'll give you a closer up look as I fill in. I'm gonna fill in from the outside to the inside, even though that's definitely not what they said to do, because I can't imagine that I will pick the right place to start on the inside so that I don't end up in some stupid way with a bunch of stitches on one side that I haven't done, because I know how I work. On this side, they look all right. I guess if you were feeling like things were kind of fuzzy or sticking out, you can kind of peel the little loops. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I mean, that works. So if you're feeling like it's not super tight enough, step 1 complete. Not bad. All right, I'll try to get a better angle so you can see me fill this in. I feel like there are a lot of different ways to do it. You can go boop, 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 but I think I'm gonna go roundy, roundy, round. Let's give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? That's not bad. I mean, knock on wood and everything. I don't think I got these ones quite close enough. There seems like there's a tiny little gap. But if it's like far away and on the wall, you won't be able to tell. Now, as I mentioned, they don't say anything about how to finish. Where do you cut? What do you do then? I am assuming you trim and then pull them into the back, but I don't know. I guess we'll try that. Am I cutting with my left hand? Yes. I have something surprising to say. That was not bad. That was kind of really fun. I mean, maybe I'll come to a difficult point later. They don't say this anywhere, but I'm assuming that this is what the yarn needle is for. How clever! So, I didn't leave myself a lot of space. That's okay. Alright, so we'll stick our yarn through, then thread it, and poke it in there. Can you go through? Alright, and of course you don't want to pull too hard because that is another one of those don't pull out all your stitches things. There we go. One! Then I'll do the other. Ha! I will maybe fluff these guys up a little so that they fill in the gap. Fine. Okay, so I guess I'll pick some hills and do those, and then this, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is kind of fun. I feel like maybe I can do this. Yay! Yay! Okay, let's go. I went upstairs to watch the Apple event thinking that I would have time to do maybe one color or something like that. But it went really quickly. It sort of moved along a lot faster than I thought that it would. The only trouble that I had was if I didn't give enough play to the yarn, it would sort of be a little bit too tight and the stitches would pop out. But if I was paying attention to the yarn, I feel like everything went pretty smoothly. And I made progress a lot faster than I thought I would. Are you sitting down? Because I think you should be sitting down for this. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself, because this is shocking. I loved this. This was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. That's awesome. I mean, this side, not great. Not the prettiest side, but when you have it the opposite way, I think it looks really cool. I'm ready to dive right into this. I'm totally ready to actually try to make my own design. I have a new office chair that sort of needs a pillow. I feel like it needs a little something. So I'm gonna have to start thinking about that. I have to design something and then go for it. I did notice that every so often you'll leave a little bit of a gap, but I tried to just do some embroidery on it with the yarn. It totally works. So I am going to fix this little section and see if it looks better. I'll just hold it in the back, just do some little stitches. Ta-da! Oh, there. Not bad. And the embroidery, the little stitching tactic also works in case you have a big loop that somehow popped out or something. You just make a little stitch with the yarn. You can't even see it. It's a lot more forgiving than this side. This side I didn't find to be particularly forgiving. But this is cool and I'm totally into it. I feel like you would want to treat it with something, maybe whatever it is that they put on the back of rugs when you do rug hooking, which I don't do, but that sort of like a rubbery, latexy kind of a thing gets painted on the back. I think that would be a good idea so the stitches aren't just popping out all over the place, because I would be very disappointed. So I believe the next step is to just trim this business, trim around the edges, and it's ready to be beautiful. Let me do that. Ta-da! Not terrible in the back, but I think that is fine, and I can just maybe attach a little ribbon or something like that to hang it up. So this is the name of the store on Amazon that I found this kit. They have a whole bunch of other designs. Not a sponsor, not an affiliate link, nothing, just they put together a good starter kit. I would recommend that you maybe make a few stitches on the edges or something before you go all the way right into it, especially if this is your first time with punch needle embroidery, because it does take a second to really figure out and get your rhythm going. Don't be discouraged, because it did take a little bit of time to really get the stitches even. But for this one, where all the loopies are in the back, you can just tighten them up by pulling the loops. So I feel like this is a way better starter project than the loopy pillow that I did, that I attempted, okay? That was 50 times faster than I thought. I was actually starting out this week like, I hope I can finish this by the time I need to edit and put this video together. But I did it in one afternoon, not even the whole afternoon. What? That is cool, and I am very excited to take my newfound knowledge and make something cool, make a cool pillow. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Maybe it'll be great, maybe it'll be fine. I'll have to come up with some kind of a design, and then maybe I will make my color palette sort of match my office space. Office space. But you will just have to stay tuned to find out. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up And if you like this kind of video and you're not subscribed yet, you can do that right underneath here and click the all notifications bell so you don't miss anything, especially the cool punch needle pillow that I'm planning to make. New videos come out on Saturday mornings, so stay tuned for the next one. And until then, be awesome, and I'll see you then. Bye!